It's a clear case of Free State harassment against Republicans.
We declare as dissident Republicans and probably junior terrorists. If you study the history of Ireland, you know that as long as the Brits remain here, they are going to shoot down more innocent civilians.
Earlier this year, we spent time with a Republican youth movement in Dublin called Na Fianna Éireann, a small group of around 30 boys considered to be hardline dissidents. The Na Fianna is supported by Republican Sinn Féin, an abstentionist political party with links to the Continuity IRA. The Na Fianna boys see themselves, though, simply as Ireland's true Republican Boy Scouts, training to someday help liberate Ireland.
All right, lads. What made you join?
Always had an interest in it
Yeah.
since I was height, and a few of my family were always interested in it too.
I mean, is there a lot of young lads your age you reckon are getting interested in this sort of thing?
Not too many now, not anymore.
The way it is now though, if you have to look at your history books,
Yeah.
if even in school, there's nothing about the last 7 years.
Really?
You won't find that, like you won't read that about the thing in your history book, ever. Because they know if you read about it, then you might say, oh, this is still around, you might look into it. And you know, if no one knows about it, no one can join it. There's still houses being raided by the British Army up in the 670s. They'll tear up the stairs, make sure there's nothing on the stairs.
So why to ruin the house?
It'll be intimidation too, like. Last Easter they raided one of the houses that had all the uniforms, took all the boots, so to try and stop us from marching.
A lot of people say, you know, like, oh, republicanism's dead these days. I mean, what do you think of that?
Well, actually, just protest about a week back.
Yeah.
A guard told me I should kill myself if I was to be a Republican. I
Yeah.
might as well kill myself, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll try and use all them just to try and steer you away from as much as you can. Because it's the one thing they don't want is any more Republicans left.
In 2015, there's been a notable increase in so-called dissident Republican activity in Northern Ireland.
Police believe dissident Republicans may have been responsible for an attempt to lure officers to a bomb in Lurgan last night.
This is a cold, calculated attempt to murder police officers as they went about their duties, and right in the heart of a residential area, and puts the very people they believe that they represent at risk.
There's a small but active minority of dissidents in both Northern Ireland and in the Republic. What's left of the IRA is split into opposing factions, such as the Continuity IRA and the Real IRA. We spoke to Josephine Hayden, a prominent Republican who spent 4.5 years in prison for transporting weapons.
Why is it important for groups like Na Fianna to still exist here in Ireland, would you say?
Well, because we're not free yet. We're still a British occupation. We're not free at all. They're visible in Derry, they're visible in Lurgan, they're visible in Craigavon.
Can you explain a little bit about your history with republicanism?
I suppose it's just came to just part of it's my life.
You seem to have these lads under control. You whip them into shape quite well.
No.
How do you manage that?
They're great. They're great young fellas, they really are, you know. I think they're my own children, you see, and I can...
It's nice.
Look at it, bring John and ask where Sean is.
There's 5 lilies for you
Well,
lads.
John's coming in as well, and Brandon.
If they're well trained, well dressed, and a bit of respectability and dignity walking down, they will build their organisation that basis. People will have respect for them. Na Fianna Éireann will be mentioned more times in the next 12 months than it has been in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
We travelled with Na Fianna and Republican Sinn Féin as they went to pay their respects at the graves of fallen Irish Republicans all over the region.
Next year is the centenary of the 1916 rebellion. As long as the British Army and their government have a presence here in Ireland, there will always be a small minority of the Irish people that will resist that. They're scared of the youth becoming educated of their history, the true history of their country, and actually growing up to do something about it, because the youth is the future. There's a good saying that as long as the British remain here, there'll always be more bloody Sundays.
So there'll be 1, 1, 1, and then you'll have one at either side of the other two.
We go over the drills here again.
What's the significance of doing the drills?
It's always been the way,
Yeah, tradition.
Since 1798,
Yeah.
do with the drills in Irish.
Yeah, what is it you're saying?
Ara, attention.
Attention. Yeah.
Chassis garage, standard A's. Clay umpy. Right horn would be jazz umpy. Bow horn, that'd be umpy heart. But we just do, for the lads at the minute, we don't do it too complex. There's a few new members, so we over time, don't want to confuse them mind, like on the margin and stuff. So, Mina, chassis garage. Mina, Clay, go our shot. Clay, yes, Clay.
So with Na Fianna Éireann and they're marching to pay their respects to Republicans who died in the 1916 Easter Rising and also in the War of Independence.
Dissident Republicans don't recognise the Good Friday Agreement, a peace treaty that brought an end to the Troubles in 1998. They also don't recognise the current ruling state in the Republic, seeing it as illegitimate due to compromises made about the partition at the end of Ireland's war for independence.
The hills, the graveyards, the back roads of Ireland are scattered with the blood of great Irish men and women. We stand for the All-Ireland Parliament declared the 24th of April 1916. We stand out alone, and that's where we stand. Go to Margaret.
Bring it down straight like this, as if you're thinking, and just keep going under the trees.
We're marching back
so when you're going,
You're getting in trouble for your flag. You're in trouble about the flag.
That's we were meant to. I just didn't want to put it straight down in case that happens.
Right. Oh, you're 17.
Aye.
Do you have many friends that are involved in this?
No, my friends don't. There's only one that knows. That's my best friend, but the rest.
Do you keep it secret?
Oh yeah, because where I'm from, like, it'd be not the best place for republicanism.
What might happen, do you think, if people in your town found out that you are?
Some of them would be harassing you, and all that they'd look upon you as dirt, like, and scumbag and stuff like that. But I know in my own head I'm doing right and they're doing wrong.
Today, we, the true Republican movement, continue.
As the commemorations continued, an alleged member of the Special Detective Unit arrived to monitor the situation.
Even when I was a kid, they'd stop you watching it, like you're only 10, 12, watch your name, where you're going, what you're doing, who you're here with, and you wouldn't know what's going on.
So who's it arresting you, police?
The RUC would harass you a lot, but even you could see when you came in here, the first thing they put, what's your name, where you're from, even though they know all this. I think they're very undercover, but they all have North Face jackets, they all have pads in their hands. They'll just come up to you, they'll ask you your name, they'll just try, like, if you're someone new, they'll try and, we'll ask them as much as you can, because then you'll kind of think, maybe this isn't for me.
How does it feel to be a part of, what Britain says is a terrorist group?
It's whatever they call you, once you're actually in it, you know what's happening, you know you're not going off killing, like, civilians or you're blowing up places and all.
Do you think that's what they're worried about, though?
I think they're afraid that it'll grow up, or as in, like, that it'll build up, and that's what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
But I also think if they think they can stamp it out now, then they can just finish off with republicanism, because if they get rid of the youth, then there's nothing that can't grow up then.
This level of surveillance seemed unnecessary. However, whilst we were at the gravesite, the Continuity IRA fired off a volley of shots at a Republican commemoration in Lurgan, a stronghold of dissident activity in Northern Ireland.
So you're 9, yeah? Why did you want to join Na Fianna Éireann?
Because to get the Brits out of Ireland.
There's got to be more to it than that, though, right?
That's our main objective, isn't it, Brandon? Get the Brits out.
Yeah.
And I just like marching.
You like it, yeah? He's a good recruit?
Yeah, he's very, he's well disciplined, and anyway, follows orders.
He does?
Yeah. And he loves his marching, don't you? You take great pride in it, don't you?
Yeah.
The way we look at it is we're filling the boots.
So he's like the next Brandon here is like the next generation.
That's it.
Yeah.
He'll succeed. Other people will succeed him, won't he, Brandon?
Yeah.
What happened earlier? I saw you you nearly fainted. You kind of fell down.
All the blood went down my head.
Why, from standing up straight for so long?
Yeah.
Jeez. Go and have a sit down, mate. Cheers.
No, do it.
Do you know how to do it properly?
I'll do it right there. We're Na Fianna, the name originated from was Na Fianna Warriors, Fionn McCool, back 2,000 years ago. Liam Mellows, former member of Na Fianna, said that The Fianna ideal can say it's the future, but let's not rush them in with the gun.
Yeah, I just have to turn these.
Whilst the Na Fianna is a fringe group, the message perpetuated by the senior members of Republican Sinn Féin had clearly resonated with its youngest members.
The Na Fianna are going to show us some kind of signalling techniques that they use. We've got the holes there, just kind of pretending they're just kind of playing, war games, as kids do, as Boy Scouts do in the forest. They're just dressed up in paramilitary uniforms, don't it? Brandon, what's going on? You don't know? He doesn't know.
We'd be classed as dissident Republicans and probably junior terrorists or whatever you want to call it. If you study the history of Ireland, you know that there's only one way that you can get Britain to leave Ireland, and that is through a physical force campaign. Like, as long as the Brits remain here, they are going to shoot down more innocent civilians. So basically what we have to get from A to B without being seen or heard safely. The front man would keep his eye on everything that's going on ahead of him. So we're going to be moving up this way now, so.
What if the Brits come?
Shoot. Be quiet now, lads. Well, that's the Fianna handbook. It's a copy of the original, but we're actually updating it because it's very old, so we're actually updating it at present. To be a member of Na Fianna means that you have devoted yourself to the service of Ireland and that you will strive with all your mind and strength and energy to carry out that promise you made when you became a member. In addition, he will receive this is old now. In addition, he will receive a military training and should strive to become so proficient that when Ireland needs soldiers, he can take an important place in the fighting line.
You guys are in support of the Continuity IRA, right? Some people class them as terrorists.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is that side of it. I mean, how can you kind of differentiate between those and what Na Fianna do?
We recognise basically the Continuity Army Council of the Irish Republican Army. We don't say here's a gun and a grenade. Go off and do this. We're not like that. Get into them, not get into people's minds. It's a wrong word to say, but get the right things into their minds, if you get me.
What they nail down?
Yeah. Kind of move your leg out a bit that way. Don't go back to you, back.
Boom.
Do you really believe in your hearts that this will, within your lifetime, you will see an independent Ireland?
I believe you will see a United Ireland, but it's going to be a very long and hard road. Fianna! 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 Come here, Marshall. Hey.
Whilst the boys are passionate about Irish republicanism, it was hard to see how their bush training could one day lead to an armed rebellion, or why authorities might consider them terrorists.
Wait, that was a cock up. Sorry about that, boys.
What happened?
I didn't. Take a mental picture of where they were.
Ah, so you've lost them.
So I'm about to lose them. Right there.
We join Na Fianna as they plan to march through the city to celebrate the 99th anniversary of the 1916 Easter Rising, a rebellion that eventually led to the Irish War of Independence.
They threatened me they're going to arrest me up at the Garden of Remembrance. They're going to drag me down Store Street.
Once again, the Special Detective Unit arrived to monitor the day's events, taking down the names of the dissident Republicans.
The Special Branch Police, they're assigned just by the Free State, obviously, just to, they're not police, they don't deal with crime as you have it. They deal with just Republicans, harassed Republicans. They knock on Republicans' doors, trying to get their likes of Na Fianna, lads, scare them, try and get them to leave, but it doesn't work.
What do you make of that when the Special Branch are coming around taking people's names? The bloke over here seems pretty pissed off.
It's just harassment, isn't it?
Yeah, you think? What's your role in Republican Sinn Féin?
Volunteer.
Volunteer, yeah. Big man.
What?
The big man.
Just overseeing things. Make sure that everything goes all right.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on you, lads.
There's copies of the 1916 proclamation. For sale, €2 each, available here.
How does it feel to be marching with Brandon today?
Proudest bunch,
Yeah.
Proudest
Proud.
bunch, yeah.
It endangers people to bring in another 150 or 200
We can certainly
people
get you
into that
down,
group.
Parr. We don't have enough resources to push them out of the way for you. We simply don't.
Taking the names again.
Again?
English.
The police are just intimidating the members here.
Yeah.
You see, 6 policemen got around 1 lad, and then he told us to move on. It's a public area.
Close to him.
My name was taken already.
Was it? Fine, no problem.
What do you make of these guys, the Republicans here?
I don't have an opinion.
You don't have an opinion?
You know I don't have an opinion.
You talk to them a lot, though.
Of course you do. John, when you're at it. When you're at it. I'm asking you to lower the face
Well, we're not
mask.
going down. We're not actually not going downtown now. The parade is not going through O'Connell Street. That was agreed with your seniors.
It's a clear case of Free State harassment against the Republicans.
We had the Na Fianna there, everybody was kind of coming together as a traditional thing, but it suddenly got a little bit more militant looking, I guess, when the colour party came with the masks on. And the special branch have just come over and asked them, can they please remove their masks, because they think it's threatening and to do with terrorism, but you can kind of understand why if you look at this.
Whilst the dissidents put on their Easter Rising march, a state-sponsored one was also taking place down the road, where the majority of the public were celebrating. This prevented the Na Fianna from reaching the GPO that served as a headquarters for the 1916 Rising.
Are we okay here, guys?
Why were the Republicans stopped from moving through to the front?
Because there's no room for them.
There's no room for them.
There's 40,000 people out there. Where are you going to get the room? Yeah.
What do you make of all this?
That's our constitutional right, isn't it?
I call on Josephine Hayden to read the proclamation. We as revolutionary Irish Republicans will continue to remember 1916, but not only that, we'll continue to work to realise its ideals. And in this, the centenary year of Pearse's famous oration at the grave of O'Donovan Rossa, we remember his words as carrying that essential message. They think that they have purchased half of us. They think that they have intimidated the other half. They think that they have provided against everything. But the fools, the fools, the fools, they have left us our Fenian dead. And while Ireland holds these graves, Ireland unfree shall never be at peace.
With your assistance, we can ensure that the generation will play an essential part in the freeing of our nation from British imperialism and re-establishing an Irish Republic of the Easter Week 1916. A public to build, Fearney and Blue, Carmel Margaret.
All right, mate, how was it?
That was grand.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Sorry. How did he do, damn it?
You did good, in fairness, yeah. You'll do well now,
We're all in step
speaking
together.
from the jails or whatever, you're not through the bars. Hello!
Is that where he's headed?
No, his mummy will kill me, he can't be doing that.
Are you coming over to the... Coming on?
That's a good Republican pub, isn't it? Good Republican pub. It's good support for us, though.
He's the one that he's bringing the cigarettes into this country. Look at him. Point it at him.
I think it went very well. Good crowd there. Good colour party. The Fianna lads were there as well. Good, great speeches as well. Next year now, hopefully we'll have twice or 3 times the size of the crowd. So we're not a mass organisation. We're not a big organisation, but you have good. The members that we do have, they're all solid people. They're solid and they're serious as well. They're solid and they're serious as well. And that's all you really need.
Some people watch this and say, oh, parents are trying to indoctrinate their kids, they're trying to push them into something. Obviously, you know, you're Seamus's dad. What would you say to that?
I asked James to join, I'll not tell a lie, and that was, he came and he did some of the, went out drilling, marching. He didn't like it. And he said, I'm not doing it. That was fair enough. Off he toddled on his merry way. He then made the decision in 2011, I want to rejoin Na Fianna. He said the goals and the ideas and ideals of this one is the way he wants to go. He interviewed Brandon, same again. Now, he does come from a long Republican family, and okay, it was there, but again, nobody pushed him into it.
Excuse me. Shh.
Up you dare to call me a terrorist. Oh, you a dog.
More than 3,600 people lost their lives in the Troubles, with thousands more maimed and injured. Support for political violence in Ireland has all but ended. And with no experience or concept of the guerrilla warfare that took place, it's unclear what the Na Fianna boys have actually bought into. But whilst the Na Fianna is a small group, it doesn't take many people to cause unrest.